right, so let's role play. My husband and I decide we want to go on a cruise. And that's all we decided. We kind of know what part of the world. Now what? It's really overwhelming to try and figure out what's the best strategy for figuring out what and how to plan a cruise.
Well, it is one of the more complex travel vacation decisions to make. Now, you said that you've already decided what part of the world, and that's good that you've made that decision. But that is one of the things you have to decide on. You have to decide, where do I want to go?
Right.
And then you have to think about what time of the year do I want to go. And you have to decide what kind of a cruise experience is appropriate for you.
And that's the hardest part to me, because time of year, I know my dates. But then once I get to that, it's what boat, so let's talk about that piece of it.
You call it a boat,
right.
You're going to hurt the captain's.
Sorry, what ship?
You're going to hurt the captain's feelings.
I apologize to all my captains out there.
There are vast differences between the rather large middle of the market, the Carnivals, the Royal Caribbeans, the NCLs, the MSCs. That's the middle, and they deliver a generally good product. And then you have the very high-end cruise lines, and you have some very, very bargain, low price, if you prefer, lines. So you need to decide what it is that you're looking for. If you are looking at the cruise as a way to get from point A to point B, and are willing to put up or accept or be happy with lesser service, lesser accommodations, then you're shopping on the basis purely of price.
No, I'm on vacation.
You're on vacation.
I'm on lovely vacation. This is a very big deal. We only go on a big vacation once a year.
Right.
What do I want to do?
But now, so we've eliminated the absolute bottom. Now you have to decide, are you willing to go for the middle of the market, or do you want to go on something that's very, very luxurious, very, very high end, a Four Seasons level at sea?
Well, how do I know what's what? Is there some website or some resource that sorts it all? It's kind of like you go to Kelley Blue Book for your cars and you can compare. Is there some resource that I can go to sort through it all?
Well, there are many, many websites. I will say that most of them have a economic interest in what they're talking about. They're either selling cruises or allied with a cruise line in some way.
But that's okay. I don't have to buy through them as
That's
long
correct.
as they can give
That's
me the
correct.
information.
You could do the research.
Right.
But cruising is the last major segment of travel where it is appropriate to at least speak to a travel agent, a knowledgeable travel agent, and pick their mind and say, tell me what the difference is between a middle of the market and a high end. And then you have to decide if that is worth the money to you.
Well, so that's a really important point. So should I just go straight to a travel agent?
I wouldn't go
in this
straight
case?
to it. I would, and I say the same thing about buying a car. I want to walk in knowing more about the subject than the person who is across the desk from me. Do the research, find out the names of the cruise lines, and there are 15 or so cruise lines that make up nearly 90% of the market, and you can research about each of them. But then going to an experienced travel agent and telling that agent what level of service you expect or want, and then what you're willing to pay for, and getting that advice from the agent is very valuable.
Is there any disadvantage to booking through a travel agent? Just let them do it because they're paid by the cruise line, no?
They receive a commission.
I don't pay them extra.
Correct.
Right.
They receive a commission from the cruise line. This is one of the, as I said, one of the last areas that travel agents are actually able to perform a service. Now, you have to make your own judgment, because if an agent is pushing one particular cruise line and you don't get it, you don't understand why they're pushing this one cruise line, it's a fair question to either ask the agent, are you receiving something from this cruise line, or is there something special going on, or do your own research on it. But one thing I also want to point out is that a lot of people will say, no way that I want to pay for a premium line. Let's say we're talking about a scale of 1 to 10. The middle is 5, 6, 7, something like that. If you go up above that level, the prices are going to be higher, but what are you getting? You may be getting free drinks in the bar, free wine and alcohol at meals. You may be getting the avoidance of paying extra for shore excursions and for specialty restaurants. If those are the things you're going to buy, do the math. It's
Right.
quite easy to take a low-price cruise and walk off with a big bill for extras.
So to try and tie it all together, how do I where's the place that I can put all these together? Do I have to go to individual cruise sites? Can a travel agent give me that first pass?
A good travel
Right.
agent should be able to distinguish between and amongst, but ask your friends as well, ask your acquaintances, what lines have you traveled on, what's been your experience, and go to the websites of the individual cruise lines and see what kind of a presentation they make there. You're not going to save money at the websites, but there are ways to save money on cruise prices. But go to the websites of the individual cruise lines and explore.
And understand what all the extras and the add-ons. That sounds like it's a really important piece of it.
Very
Yes.
good piece.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Corey Sandler. If you liked what you just saw, we have more with Corey Sandler at bottomlineinc.com. So go there, check out all the videos with Corey, and do me a favor, share it on social. We love that.